So I've read a few comments, received feedback over the last 6 months, year, that I don't smile enough. I don't show my personality like I probably should. So while we're going to be talking about eBay stuff on the other side of the break, so without any further ado, let's go. Well, there you go. So I plan going forward to smile more in my videos and show you more personality. Before I begin the video, I want to welcome those who've never watched this video before. My name is John from Flippin Ain't Easy, and I'm a full-time reseller, and I do YouTube videos to help other resellers and to bring certain topics regarding eBay and other selling platforms to light. And also, maybe you can learn from my experiences that I bring to you here and put it out for the world to see. And so the video today, we're going to talk about just kind of a few things that I've been doing this week. But I just wanted to put it out there that my plan going forward is I've been a little too serious over the last year and a half. And while the content will be the same, you know, we're going to give you the same kind of content that we have before, keep you informed on things that you need to know about as eBay sellers. I just wanted to kind of lighten the mood up a little bit, and hopefully my personality doesn't rub you the wrong way. But I think over the last 28 years of my life, I've taken too much of a serious tone to things because I was part of the corporate world. I had to be serious, be professional. And while, you know, that's not going to mean I'm going to come out here and curse and all this stuff, but I want to make this content just a little bit more enjoyable for you guys. And that, you know, maybe for some of you it's not a problem and you appreciate the professionalism, but for me, I just want to have fun with it. And I don't want it to be like a conference call. I don't want it to be like it used to be when I was at work and I'd have to talk to people and it was just my personality was put to the side. So hopefully that's okay with you. And to lighten the mood, I wore my super bad shirt today with McLovin, and you know, that's just because I wanted to set a tone today, a lighten the mood for this video. So please do me a favor before I begin with this video. Hit that like button if you enjoyed this content, if this is the type of video you like to watch. And if you have not subscribed to my channel and you do enjoy learning eBay stuff, watching eBay content, please consider subscribing to my channel. And for those of you who have subscribed to my channel, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. Please consider hitting that notification bell so that you can be notified the next time I make a video. With that out of the way, I'm here out in my garage, and yesterday I went to my local source to pick up liquidation goods, and I picked up some Staples returns. So as you can see behind me right here, I have boxes of toner and some smaller boxes of ink cartridges, and I got a pretty good deal on them. I think the MSRP for all these is around $10,000, and it's kind of piled back. It's on my workbench, just kind of pushed back and down here. And these are all returns. And yeah, if you don't know what you're doing with returns when it comes to toner and things like that, it's probably not a good idea. But I've had a lot of experience. Those of you who watched my video from last year, I will put the link somewhere right here for those of you who are on the computer or your mobile phone. And I did a video, a directliquidation.com unboxing, where I was supposed to receive like some really good stuff, and that stuff didn't get shipped to me, but in there I did receive a lot of ink and toner and things like that. That sold really well for me. And you know, people will buy open box. They just want to make sure it works. And I have a lot of experience being able to tell what works and what doesn't. So just by looking at it, just by my inspection process, I really haven't had any issues with the stuff that I've received before. Decided to take a chance here. There's a lot of good stuff. Got a really good deal on it. And if it works out because I haven't really dove in to really inspect each item yet. I have listed a few items I was able to kind of pull off the pile, but if it works out the way I think it is, it's going to be a heck of an investment and something that I might do in the future. So as you can see in this video here, this is where I picked up the stuff. It gives you a little bit better view of what I picked up yesterday. And you know, they all palletize this stuff. They put it in a nice little shrink wrap, if for lack of a better term, and they just put it out there. So when I'm pulling this off after this video here, I'll be pulling the stuff off of the pallets and putting it in my car. And I came across a couple things that were really kind of sketchy, like a blown up cartridge, had blue ink everywhere. And it's just part of the game. You know, it's not about, when you're dealing with liquidation, it's not about condition. You can expect to get things anywhere from just thrashed to brand new and everywhere in between. The only time you really can complain to the distributor who you're dealing with is when they manifest goods and they're not on the manifest. That's an entirely different issue. It's sort of false advertising, and in this case I received everything that was on the manifest. So condition aside, and they do give you some photos to look at on their websites. Whatever liquidator that you decide to use will usually give you some idea what the merchandise looks like, and if they don't, you shouldn't be buying from them. And I'll be doing that tonight. My goal is to get, I think I have about 120 items here, and they're very easy. I'm not going to have any way of testing them, and so what you do, if they're not sealed with the inner package, the other night I went in and changed my toner, and I really inspected the old toner versus the new, and I really have a full understanding now of the difference between the two. And I can tell a swap out toner from a brand new toner. The brand new toner tends to be a little more matte in finish where the toner is on the cartridge, and the used toner tends to have like rings on that same area. And if it's not that matte finish, I know that someone's been messing with it. Sometimes people put their fingerprints and stuff when they're installing it. And a lot of times with these toner cartridges, people will buy them, take them home, take it out of the packaging, try to put it in their printer, and they got the wrong one, the wrong size, the wrong toner. And that happened in a lot of cases here based on the tags that are on the side of the boxes. And just from what I've noticed, like for instance, some of these have like their 5-packs and one's open. That means that someone tried to put it in their printer and it's like, oh, I got the wrong one, let me take it back. Happens a lot. That's what a lot of these returns are. 20 to 25% of these items are going to be those kind of returns that just are swap outs, or maybe they're not in sellable condition. I think I found one I had to throw away. They opened all 3 packages, and that looked like a swap out for me, and I'm not going to put ink on there and open myself up for a return when I'm not sure. So 20 to 25% is not going to be sellable. The other 75% will, and based on comps I've seen on eBay, I should easily make some money on this. I checked the comps, what open box toner cartridges will go for, and there may be some new ones in here with just banged up boxes, and that's good as well, in my opinion. And as long as you're clear in the listing and show very good photos of what you're selling, you're not going to have issues. People want a deal, and if you're making a deal for them, they will buy open box, and it's just something to consider. So instead of throwing it out, if you have toner cartridges, it's a good idea to get into that. And then I have other boxes behind me here. I've sort of taken a lot of the liquidation stuff that I've bought from Amazon, and I have taken the $10, $20, $30 items I just don't want to mess with that always appear in those liquidation boxes, and I've kind of put it aside over the last 6, 7, 8, 9 months. And now I have about, I think I have 12 boxes of that, and I just kind of put it out there, took a photo of each box, of the top of each box. You can't really see what's underneath, but it's just filled with things like that. Some are brand new, some are used, and anywhere in between. It's just liquidation customer returns, and I threw those on Facebook Marketplace, and I think I'm just trying to get $250 for the lot of 12. It's about $20 per box. Someone can put it down in their yard sale, flea market, and if they want to mess with small ticket items on eBay or Mercari, it's certainly a good option at $20, like $22 a box. And I also did the same thing. We also had some clothing. We're getting out of the clothing business because, guys, I've been saying it for the longest time, it's just too saturated. But with liquidation, the Amazon liquidation lots, you tend to get a lot of clothing in there. We bought some Macy's returns. We bought a lot of different things over the last 2 years, and it's just not working out the way we want to. And it's something that we learned over time, that clothing is just saturated. If you have 1,000, 1,500, 2,000, 10,000 items in your store, all clothing, you may get anywhere between 3 and 20 sales a day, I guess, maybe more depending. But I don't want that type of volume, because that means you have to store it. You really have to have a heck of a system to deal with it. And I want stuff that you can flip quickly and get in my store, and within weeks it's gone. I'm happy, I got the money, and I'm putting that money into something else. I don't want to be a storage unit. If you have that business model, if you enjoy selling clothing, hey, I'm not knocking you. If it works for you, keep going. But for me, for us, we're really going to try to get out of that and start focusing on the things that flip a little bit quicker. For that reason, I've got 8 boxes of this stuff, and I've also put on Marketplace. About half of it has tags. The other half is in various conditions, kind of what you get with liquidation. And we're going to move that for $300. I'm getting a lot of people asking me about it. So I'm sure either today or tomorrow we'll get that moved and get a lot of this stuff out of my garage. I have a workbench back here. You probably can't see it. I'd like to be able to use it. And it's a shame to have a nice workbench and it's just covered with boxes. So that's the goal for me, and hopefully I get that taken care of. On a much lighter note, yesterday I took my wife. As you know, I'm a Raiders fan. My wife also does enjoy watching the Raiders once in a while with me. Had an opportunity as a season ticket holder to do a tour. I think it's like $65, and you can go and do it like an hour tour, have a drink on the concourse after you're done, and then just kind of soak it all in. And so we went there, and it's quite awesome, some of the stuff that we saw. And as you see here, there's beautiful photos and paintings, and we had a chance to go check out the announcer's booth. We had a chance to go check out the owner's booth where they get to watch the game, the locker room, the press room, and we even got to go run around on the field. And as you can see in these videos and clips, just showing you the time that we had and just the getaway. And even if you're not a football fan, it was just kind of cool to go see the architecture and the paintings and just the things that they had to offer. And if you're ever in Vegas, they offer that tour throughout the year, and it's well worth the $65 to go. I think you get a drink at the end, alcoholic or non-alcoholic. We don't drink, so we just had a regular soda and just sort of soaked it all in, and it was a nice little date night that we had a chance to do. And that's kind of what you got to do when you're in this business. You have to take time for yourself, and I only share these things with you because I want you to know I'm just like you. I'm a human being. I have things I enjoy doing. I have interests just like you do that aren't related to eBay. And if you are only interested in eBay, you really need to consider maybe looking into other avenues for your spare and free time, because this job is a grind. Okay, and I say it's a job because you're doing it more than you're not. And just like a normal job, whether you take 1 day off, 2 days off, this is, even if it's part-time, this is your job. And the purpose is to bring income in. And whether you're saving for a vacation or whether you need it to pay the light bill, this is something that can be a grind over time, regardless of why you're doing it. It can definitely be a grind. And there's so many different things to this that make flipping not easy. And going back to that discussion that I had about a month ago where someone brought up flipping isn't hard. It's not hard. But if it's monotonous, if you're dealing with customers who are not always going to be cooperative, when you're dealing with eBay, a platform that really doesn't have your interest in mind, it's going to be wearing on you, and you got to get away. You got to do stuff every once in a while, even if it doesn't cost anything. Go for a drive, go to the park, go for a hike. There's lots of things that you can do wherever you're located. I'm sure there's stuff that you can do that either involves the outdoors or stuff you can do inside, but to get away every so often from this business. And it's definitely, I feel a lot better. You know, I got to tell you, I feel like over the last couple of weeks, I've been slacking in like almost every area of my life. And just trying to, I'm always trying to get better, always trying to improve, always that self-evaluation. And I got to do better. The last couple of weeks, I got kind of complacent, had some good stuff that I listed on Costco, blew that out, made exactly what I thought I was going to make, but it got very demoralizing because for whatever reason, over these last few weeks, trying to buy that same product, I think I made a mistake, to be honest with you, even talking about it on my channel, and that's something I'm going to have to think about in the future, because it is now harder for me to get that same product because I'm not going to go and spend more than 50% retail. I'm not looking for small margins. I'm looking for margins that are sustainable, and is something that I'm used to is over a 50% margin. And with those prices, like for instance, I'm seeing people buy $10,000 lots of Apple products for $9,000. And these are returns. These aren't brand new. So how? Someone explain to me how or why someone is able to buy return merchandise for 90% of retail and make any kind of money. And even if you're making a few bucks, by the time it's all said and done, you're better off buying brand new and advertising it brand new. I'm still trying to figure that out. It's a mystery to me. Anyone can answer that riddle. Please leave that information down here in the comment section below. But guys, I just want to thank each and every one of you. You guys are awesome. I love the comments you guys leave down below. If you have any comments, by the way, this video, anything I've said, please leave them down below as well. I'm very interested in hearing what you have to say. But really, I value each and every one of you. I look forward to the feedback that you guys take the time out of your day to put into my videos. And of course, whenever you have a question, I've had some emails. I've been glad to answer those. Yes, it does take time for my day, but I feel like I put myself in this position where I'm putting myself out there. I'm telling you, I'm here to help you, and I'm going to follow up with that as well. So do me a favor one last time, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. And we're going to come out with the video here in the next few days, and that's sort of an update of what I've been doing. But I just want to leave you here with one thing. Keep listing, keep making those sales, and guys, know one thing, that flipping ain't easy, and we will talk to you here very soon.